A cheerful and pleasant good morning to you, dear students. Are you happy and cheerful? Of course, you are. All right. Students, today we are going to learn about a special and interesting person. He is special and strange because his plans and dreams are quite different from normal people. That person is called Soapy. Normal people hate prison. Normal people don't like to be arrested by police. But Soapy's plan is to get arrested by a police and to live in a prison at least for 3 winter months. Prison means jail. Is it clear? Okay. Let's proceed. The name of the lesson is The Cope and the Anthem. The name of the writer is William Sidney Potter, known by his pen name O. Henry. He was an American story writer. In the story, O. Henry speaks about Soapy, who is poor, homeless, and jobless. His home was a seat in a park at Madison Square. He had no home of his own. But as winter was approaching, he became restless and worried. What was the reason? The reason was that he did not have a place to live. So he decided to get arrested and go to a prison at Blackwell's Island for the winter. What he wanted most was food every day, a bed every night, and protection from cold. But his problem was how to get arrested and get into a prison. So Soapy tried to break some laws so that the police might arrest him and put him in the jail. He tried different tricks to get arrested by the police, but all his tricks failed as he was not arrested by the police. Now let's discuss all the tricks. Listen very carefully. Soapy's first plan was to go to a famous restaurant of the city. There he would eat costly items and would not pay the bill, and he would be handed over to the police. The next day he would be taken to the judge, who would sentence to 3 months imprisonment in Blackwell's Island. But this plan did not work because as Soapy entered the fine restaurant, the head waiter saw his broken shoes and torn clothes, and he was immediately pushed out. The second trick was that he threw a stone at the glass window of a shop and waited for the cope to arrest him. Cope means police. Okay? The cope did not consider Soapy as the culprit. He thought that men who throw stones at shops do not stop there to talk to police. So the police left him and ran after another man. In the meantime, Soapy went to another restaurant which was not so fine and ate there. Instead of calling a cop, the waiters threw him out on the street. Another trick was about the umbrella episode. Soapy walked into a store. There he saw man's umbrella near the door. He stole the umbrella and walked away. The owner of the umbrella came up to him to claim his umbrella. Soapy told him to call police and get him arrested for the stealing his umbrella. But the man told Soapy that He himself had stolen that umbrella that morning from a restaurant. So once again Soapy failed to get arrested. Finally, Soapy started shouting outside a theatre, pretending to be a drunkard. The policeman thought that he was a harmless college student. He said to another policeman that he was ordered to allow college students to shout. Here also, Soapy failed to get arrested. Soapy was depressed and disappointed with all his failures. At last, he decided to walk back to Madison Square. Soapy was passing through his old childhood home. He stopped outside there. He was filled with sweet memory. He could see his living room. The sweet music that he heard reminded him of his childhood days when he led a happy and honest life with his mother and friends. In those days, he used to wear clean clothes and had clean thoughts in his mind. Suddenly, he realized that the life he was living was worthless and hopeless. So Soapy decided to change his life. He was filled with new hope and determination. He wanted to become an honest man and work hard. He wanted to lead a beautiful life. While Soapy was thinking all this, a cop came up to him. A policeman came up to him and asked him why he was roaming about the house. Soapy replied that he was doing nothing. When Soapy said that he was doing nothing, the cop became suspicious and arrested him. Next day, the judge awarded him 3 months imprisonment at Blackwell's Island. So, students, do you like the story? Have you understood the story? Very interesting story, isn't it? The story teaches us a great lesson. The lesson is that our dreams and plans will determine and shape the course of our lives. Is it clear? Okay?